In a few short months, the COP27, billed as the Global Climate Change Summit, will take place in November 2022. So what is COP27? Where and when will it be held? Who will attend? What does the programme cover? And what are its goals and objectives? Let's take a look. Welcome to EMSmastery, where we look at the successful strategies and tactics to master environmental management and sustainability. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Andrew Marlowe. So, by now, you may already be aware that COP27 is expected to be held in 2022. However, there are vital questions that are begging to be answered. So, here goes. What is COP27? COP27 sounds a strange title to give to a globally important meeting. The COP is a global summit on climate change held by the parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, known as UNFCCC, which is an international treaty with the objective to prevent dangerous human interference with the climate system, primarily by stabilising greenhouse gas emissions. The summit is known as the Conference of the Parties, or COP for short. The first COP was held in Berlin in 1995 and has been held every year since, save for 2020, when it was postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And this year's meeting will be the 27th annual summit, which is why it's called COP27. If you're getting value out of this episode, please click on the like button, and if you want to see more environmental and sustainability videos, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. COP27 will be held in the Sharm el-Sheikh International Convention Centre in Sharm el-Sheikh, which is an Egyptian city on the southern tip of the Sinai Peninsula on the coastal strip alongside the Red Sea. It is well placed for holding COP27 as the city and holiday resort is a significant centre for tourism in Egypt, while also attracting many international conferences and diplomatic meetings. COP27 is scheduled to be held from the 6th to the 18th of November 2022. The COP27 programme will cover different themes, and each day will have a theme on its own as follows: finance, water, decarbonisation, science, solutions, gender, biodiversity, and Youth Day and Civil Society Day. Nearly all of the countries in the world are party to the UNFCCC. There are approximately 200 world leaders and 30,000 delegates expected to attend and take part in the discussions, report back on progress since the 2015 Paris Agreement, and make further decisions on how to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and combat the impact that climate change is already having. Egypt, as the host country for COP27, has two main goals and an overarching vision. For COP27 to be inclusive, rules-based and ambitious substantive outcomes in relation to science and guiding principles by building on the work of the very first conference in Rio 1992 right up to the previous COP26 in Glasgow in 2021. They will seek to accelerate climate action through emissions reduction, scaled up adaptation efforts and enhanced flows of appropriate finance. Additionally, they are looking for a just transition, which remains a priority for developing countries worldwide. This overall goal and vision will be supported by sub-goals under each of 4 headings. Mitigation, where the goals are to unite to limit global warming as well below 2 degrees Celsius and work hard to keep the 1.5 degree Celsius target alive. For COP27 to become the moment when countries fulfil their pledges and commitments, and to implement the Glasgow Pact, calling for a review of the ambition in nationally determined contributions and to create a work programme with ambition for global mitigation. Adaptation, where recognition that extreme weather events such as heat waves, floods, forest fires and the like have become an everyday reality of our lives. For world leaders, governments and state parties to reiterate their commitment for enhanced global action on adaptation, and through the global goal on adaptation to make sure that it is one of the significant outcomes that will make crucial progress towards enhancing resilience and to assist in the most vulnerable communities, and to place adaptation at the forefront of global action. For finance, to make significant progress on the crucial issue of climate finance, recognise the importance and adequacy and predictability of climate finance for a need to enhance the transparency of finance flows and facilitated access to meet the needs of developing countries. Following up on existing commitments and pledges to provide clarity on the actions to be taken, and progress on delivery of the annual $100 billion fund that will help develop more trust between developed and developing countries to show that actual commitments are being fulfilled. The final objective is to enhance and facilitate agreement in the negotiations, which is of the utmost importance of the presidency of COP27, to achieve tangible results in a balanced and meaningful manner, to use consensus-based arguments that are inclusive with the active participation from all stakeholders, by working tirelessly to ensure adequate representation and participation of all relevant stakeholders in COP27, to turn the Glasgow outcome into action and commence with its implementation, recognise that humans are at the centre of the climate change talks is an imperative, and finally, governments, the private sector and civil society need to work in tandem to transform the way in which we interact with our planet. Further information on the issues presented in this episode are available from the COP27 and UNFCCC websites. So, to summarise, we should all hope that COP27 can reignite the positivity for dealing with climate change and to make practical and significant steps to ensure that all parties can deliver on the Paris Agreement commitment for holding the increase in the global average temperature to well below 2 degrees centigrade above pre-industrial levels, and pursuing efforts to limit the temperature increase to 1.5 degrees above the pre-industrial levels. In the run-up to COP27, I will aim to make other episodes to help in the understanding of climate change and the actions that you can take both as an environmental manager or consultant or as a concerned citizen individual. Further information on COP27 and the references to documents mentioned in this episode are given in the description box below, including a link to the resources on the EMSmastery.com website. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel to ensure that you won't miss out on other episodes on environmental management and sustainability. Until then, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this video, you can watch other episodes by clicking on the boxes in the top and bottom right, and to subscribe to this channel, click on the link to the left. Thank you.